welcome back. This is not the last run of the marathon, but it is the last run for tonight, and it will be Bon Yvonne with Adventure Rikka, the Cursed Kingdom. We do still have an incentive to meet for this game. We are $75 away, which will be an item glitch exhibition at the end of the run. So, I'm sure Bonnie can tell you all about how that works, so I will let him take this away.
Yes, indeed. Well, thank you, RPG Chick. Yeah, so at the end of the run, I am going to, assuming that the incentive gets met, I am going to show you all a little bit of unintended item usage, and I'll explain a little bit how that works when we get to it, if we get to it. But I mean, it's not an if, right? Like, we're gonna make this happen, aren't we?
I would hope so. I'd like to see this.
Yeah. So anyway, so if you do want to get that, if you do want to see that, it's post-run exhibition, and it's $75 more we need, you said?
Yes, indeed.
Excellent. Alrighty. Very good. So, alright, so anyway, let's get to the game itself. This is the Adventure of Rikka. This is an indie game that was introduced, like beginning of the year, and it's a really cool game. It's heavily inspired by Utopia, as you will see, and a lot of the gameplay is based, especially here in the speedrun. There's a lot of puzzles that we do, so that's kind of the main. It's kind of the main theme here. Before we get started, and I'll be sure to mention him throughout the run, I do want to give a shout out to the dev of this game. He goes by Poorly Drawn Squid. We just call him Squid. And Squid is he's very active and engaged with this community. In fact, he's actually implemented some things into the game specifically because of my feedback as a speedrunner and whatnot. So big shout outs to you, Squid. I know you're in a time zone where you're not seeing this right now, but I'm sure you see the VOD, and yeah, just know that we appreciate you, man. So yeah, well, I tell you what, let's go ahead and get started. We gotta have a fresh file. So we're gonna start a new game here. Now, there's a flashing light warning here. There's really only flashing lights in the intro scene, which we skip anyway, so it really doesn't matter what I choose, but I'll choose off. Excuse me. I'll choose off anyway. And once I choose off, then, excuse me, then the run begins. So if we are all ready, then I will go ahead and do that. And let's get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So the scene that we skipped is that you get woken up in bed by one of the king's guards saying, you need to come to the king's chambers immediately, and then he tells you about the stuff that you need to do. So what we need to do first, we need to talk to this guy, and he gives us an item called the Soul Collector. We are going to, he wants us to collect the souls of 2 green slimes, which we have to kill here in this first dungeon. Normally you need to go talk to the king, or normally you talk to the king and he tells you to go here, but it's not required that you do in order for us to go through the dungeon, so we just don't do it. And we just go straight here. So, yeah, see lots of pushing blocks and stuff onto switches, things like that. Now this puzzle here, we got to get these columns out of the way to get a clear shot at that yellow emblem that's on the wall, and I will explain what that's all about in just a second here. So there's 1 green slime killed. All right, now these guys can be kind of a pain to deal with. Ah, good. That was not bad. So we have our first item, it's the bow and arrow. One theme that you're going to see here is that in all the dungeons, you're going to get an item, and you will use that item not only throughout the dungeon, but also on the boss of the dungeon itself. So we have the bow and arrow. We need to now shoot that emblem. Boom, there we go. And that reveals that treasure chest down there. And that treasure chest has a gold key. Each dungeon has a gold key which you need in order to get to the boss. So typically once we get that, we're making our way straight to the boss's chamber. I'm gonna go ahead and refill my arrow here real quick. And here we fight the armored boar. So we do need to hit it with arrows, but the first thing we want to do is we want to bait it so that it charges onto these little marks on the ground here. And those are spikes, so we need to get both of those. And that does a considerable amount of damage. And now we just got to stand under him and just hit him in the side with arrows. That was a dangerous charge. There's 3. Don't charge yet. Now go. There we go. Okay. So he's going to go into the middle of the room and take a nap. And then when we're done, we can go up in here. We collect this orb. And then we immediately get the heck out of here. Now, what the orbs do is they allow you to power yourself up. And we are going to collect a few of them throughout the game. Like I get an orb shard there. That doesn't matter. What does matter, though, is that I complete that guy's quest so that it can give me the second quest. And when I complete the second quest, it actually gives entrance to one of the dungeons that we need to go through. So there's the king we should have talked to in the beginning, but didn't. And he tells us to come over here and talk to Stibrix, who is the royal scientist. And he tells us about a forest here that is very confusing, shall we say. We'll explain a little bit about what that's about. But now you see, here's this hooded guy again. He's going to give me the second quest with this soul collector. Now this one's a little more varied. I got to kill 4 different enemies here in order to collect the stuff. One of them is actually right here. It's this little guy that pops out of the ground, going to try to hit me with swords. And you see that little purple thing that's following me is the souls. I'm actually going to pick up this money. That'll save me some time. So, yeah. RPG Chick, this would be a good time to hand it on over to you if you have any messages to share with all of our lovely viewers.
So, right now we have a $5 donation from Anonymous that says, "Good luck, Bonnie. A glitch exhibition sounds pretty wonderful, doesn't it?" I think it does. We are $70 away now from that incentive, which needs to be hit by the end of this run.
That's right. Thank you for that donation. So that blue guy that I killed there, that gave me another soul. Now this, see how I'm stepping on these panels here, and it's kind of mirroring what I've stepped on as far as going over these holes. That's going to be a theme here. What we've picked up here is the magic lamp, which we need in order to get through this mysterious forest. But unfortunately, having it isn't enough. We need to learn how to use it, and that's where we're headed right now. Hop in this minecart here. Gotta hit this wheel twice. Now I gotta hit this wheel down at the bottom again, but I can only do it with arrows because I'm in the cart as I'm trying to do it. I went 2 for 2. Perfect. All right. So now the timing here of getting through this section is actually really important because there's something I'm about to do, and it's on a global timer. Oh, actually, I don't even need to go to that chest. I have plenty of time. Okay. So we're gonna play a crane game. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick up that orb, and I'm going to drop it down right about now. And I should grab it? Got it. Okay. So, orbs can be turned in to upgrade your health, speed, and attack strength. We will upgrade... Oh, whoops. We will upgrade the speed and attack, and as well as upgrading our health twice. Grab a certain amount of orbs before we can do that. So, nothing to worry about quite yet. There's this whole network of cars here that you can go to, and there's a whole kind of bunch of optional stuff, especially once you come back here later with more items where you can collect some optional things. So now this blue-haired lady here, she's the one that taught us how to use the lamp. So now we know how to use the lamp, which is good. So we're going to fill some arrows here. Get out of here. Whoops. So now our next stop is to go through that forest to see what's on the other side. So yeah. So this game, like I said, this game has a lot of optional stuff, that you can collect and do as far as power-ups, weapons, things like that. We're going to skip a whole lot of that. Because we don't need it, but it's cool that there is just a lot more to this game that you... Oh, whoops. Oh, right, I should have collected that. Okay, good thing I got a backup here. I need $200 for the next thing that I'm going to buy here, and I can get it right here in this desert. There was a treasure chest I could have gotten outside the room with the crane game, but I didn't think I needed it, but I was wrong. That's okay. So yeah. So this old man is tied to this machine, which was sealing away the ultimate evil, but he says, I'm old and weak. I can't do it anymore. Rikka, I need you to take care of this for me. So now we kind of have a purpose to what we're doing here, and that's to seal away the evil once and for all. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into the castle area here, go into the shop, and I am going to use that money that I earned, or that I collected, to buy bombs, which are going to be used mostly to kind of clear paths, but they will also be used as a weapon in a couple of instances. So that's kind of important. But anyway, so now I'm just going to head on over to the next dungeon, RPG Chick. This would be a fantastic time for people to hear you talk about, well, just about anything. I just want to hear you talk.
Well, certainly. We have a $25 donation from Natara.
Yo.
Hello. I too would like to see some glitches. Good luck on your run, Bonnie. And we also have $5 from Leggy Star Scream. Hey, Bonnie. Hey, Bonnie, hey. Hi, you rock. That's it, really. Oh, that, and let's get the glitch exhibition met. I agree, because we are now $30 away from that glitch exhibition. Let's go.
Yo, thank you both for those wonderful donations. And yes, it's a pretty neat little thing that I discovered doing this here. And it's funny, you know, I was talking before about how I've got regular communication with the dev. I told him about it. He's like, yeah, we're leaving that in. So shout outs to Squid. All right. So we're going to come here. We're going to light up all of these tiles, and then we're going to come down here. And it's a mirrored effect as far as what's lit up. I went a little too far, and I fell off. No, it's not good. We can hit this, and then we can weave back this way, and this way, and then up here. And now we can light these up. And then we can come back down here, and here, and through here. And now we can come down on the bottom side. Now, the last thing I need to collect... Oops. Oh, wait a minute. Is that going to work? Yo! I did not mean to do that. I pressed the wrong button. Oh, okay, good. I wasn't sure if that was going to hit. So I needed to kill those two red slimes. There's the second one. Now I have all the souls for that, for the Soul Collector's mission. We're good. That was funny. Normally, I like to have my... my bow and arrow for the Y button as opposed to the B button, but so I forgot about that. But it ended up working out, which is great. All right. Now we have the hook shot. Go ahead and equip that and the bow and arrow. We can grab onto stuff. There's our gold key. And it's boss fight time. I need a couple hearts. Okay. This boss isn't terribly threatening. So it's the Shade of Harm. So the face or the eyeballs will appear on the wall. And you need to grab it with the hook shot and hit them. Now sometimes it will go to the side here, which you have to bait out that hand that slaps me there and try not to get hit by it in the process. Oh, that's the punch. We don't like to punch. We can't do any damage to it. Hand, the eye. No. Nope, that's the punch. We don't like the punch. Or the slap. Both are very weird. Nope, no punch. Stop it. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to collect this. I'm going to come here. I'm going to upgrade my speed. Now, the reason why I'm saving and exiting after I collect the orb is it brings you right to the beginning of the dungeon, and it just saves time as opposed to backtracking. That's why we do that. So, yeah. Alrighty, so this next section here... what I'm going to do next is I'm going to grab a couple of optional orbs to make getting my upgrades easier. Now, this puzzle that I'm doing here normally is extremely tricky, and I've just solved it. Just take my word for it. That puzzle is rather tough to figure out. And then we've got another orb just sitting right here in this cave, and we just go ahead and grab him with the hook shot. Now, these things are going to do mad damage to me, but that's okay, because I can just upgrade my health. And it refills my health, of course, so we're good. As opposed to having to go up and hit that switch. Alright, so what I need to do now... Whoops, we're going the wrong way. I've got a limited amount of time after I hit that first target before it deactivates, and you have to have both targets active to open that door. And we need to light this up like so. So that way we can go through here and through here. That puzzle affects it affects 2 rooms. So you got to make sure you get all that right. Use these boots now to jump across this hole. Go. So coming up is my least favorite boss of the game. This is the one that I wanted to have Squid nerf, and he said, no, Vonnie, enough is enough. Gotta jump out of the way there, and then we gotta shoot 3 arrows into the main guy's mouth. Oh, I just walked right off the edge. That was stupid. Fortunately, these things we can kill. I want to get that out of the way. Kill that. Oh. Oh, no, now I get to do this again. And this is why I don't like this boss, is because the hitbox for getting the arrow into his mouth is not very big. There we go. Okay, good. Please don't die. Please stay open and... There we go. Good. Okay. Phew. I was really hoping I wasn't going to die to that boss. And I didn't. So go me. Okay, cool. All right. So one thing that got activated when we went to that temple area through the forest is these teleport squares. We're only going to use these twice, and we're only going to use them to teleport to the temple. And that's that. So yeah. But now, so like I said, I've got all those souls collected for the Soul Collector's second mission. And once I do, he's going to say, oh, the way will be opened in time. Return here, and you will see it open. So we're like, okay, so we go off screen, and then we come right back on, and then there's that bridge there. So yeah, on to the 4th dungeon here. This is a color puzzle where if you go into the next room, it kind of gives you the answer, but we already know what it is. So step on this 1, 2, and 3 times, and then once here. And you hear that chime, that means this key is here. Perfect. This dungeon has a couple of unique things that we deal with here. Let's hit this. This. Gotta wait a second for that to get out of the way. Oops, no. I gotta do this first. So we gotta get the key, and the way we do this is pretty interesting. So we hit this target on the wall, and then we have to... I'll buy some more. Whoops. Then you gotta grab the key as it's falling. Kind of a cool little puzzle there. And then this next room here is we need to light all 4 torches, but we don't have a fire starter, at least not yet. So we have to bait this enemy into doing it for us. And that, see that big stone that's up there in the top of the room? That's basically telling you what you need to do. Come on. No. Ow. Thank you. Now we can start our own fire. And we're about to. Let's push this over a couple tiles. Light this. And then light that and this. There we go. Oops. Not watching where I'm going. I'm gonna go and extend this bridge on the off chance that I die to this boss, which sometimes he can be a jerk, but usually not. Should be fine. Should be. Okay. So here's old King Heron, and we need to feed him fire. But what we need to do is we need to bait out his attacks, because after he attacks, then he gets tired, and we can... And we don't want to see running, because running isn't good. Nope. Gotta hit him 5 times. do that. We want to see the bite attack. While the bite attack does a lot of damage, it basically has no range, and the way I'm kind of trying to bait out his attack, he's never going to hit me with it. Oh my god, I went through. Let's see if we can get this one as close to the door as possible so we can get out of here. Perfect. Oops, not this way. Right on. Yo, there is the aforementioned poorly drawn Squid. Big shout outs to Squid for making such a great game and being here and being a part of the community. Heck yeah. So, yeah. All right, so now it's pretty much we just got 2 more dungeons to clear and then it's final boss time. Any percent for this game goes pretty quickly, so, yeah. I'm just going to be heading on over to the next area here, so... Oh my goodness, I just fell off for no good reason. RPG chick. Do stuff.
I will definitely do stuff. So we are $40 away from meeting that item glitch exhibition at the end of this run. We're so close. We're so close.
And we, like I said, we have 2 more dungeons. We have 2 more dungeons and a final boss fight, so there's not much left in this run. Yeah,
and y'all are gonna want to see this.
Yes.
So I strongly suggest meeting
fun.
that incentive.
Yes. This level, I think Squid put into the game just to torture me. There's no combat in this dungeon at all. It's all just sliding block puzzles. And this one is by far the most complicated of them all. So I got to push this up here, okay? And then we push this down here. Now we got to take this one that's in the corner, this one over here. Hello? Yeah, and ice physics too, of course. Ah! There we go. Okay. Just gotta push this up and out of the way. Now we can cycle these 3 blocks on these switches. There's 2. And there's 3. There's other puzzles that you can do in here. We won't do those because no. Okay, we just come here to get the item. It's the I think it's the crystal one. I forget. We got to use a bomb here because we have to light all 4 of these crystals, but they will unlight themselves after a certain amount of time. All right, now we get to use this wand here. We got to push this over here, put a block about here so it'll stop that, and then create a block right there, and that's how we get this gold key. Perfect. And then we use it here on Icy. So basically, what Icy's going to do is after he does that kind of wave attack there, he's going to run at me, and we want him to run into the block. Got to hit him 4 times. Then he gets all red, mad, and whatnot, and then we repeat the cycles. Oh, why did you run that way, you jerk? Normally he runs... Squid, what have you done to Icy? Why is he not running at me? Thank you. Okay. There we go. There's 3. Ooh, did a sneaky 4th one. No! Icy! Icy! Please! Why are you doing this? Oh my goodness. I have never seen Icy behave like this. That was really strange. Alright, that's the 5th dungeon done. And now just 1 more. I do have enough orbs.
Very nice.
No, exactly. I do have enough orbs saved up for doing my 2nd health upgrade. So I can actually do that at a pretty strategic time here because I'm going to be taking damage just getting into this final dungeon. You see all this toxic sewage here. The stuff that's lighter in color you can actually walk on, but it does damage to you in the process. And there's even more of it here, so we're going to go ahead and take this opportunity to upgrade our health. I'm going to come in here, do a real quick hesitation, grab the key. Oh, shoot. I think I might not have hesitated for long enough. That heals you, which is nice. Okay, we're going to, oops, hello. Get this out of the way. Shoot that light beam into there. Get this up here to get another reflector going. Gotta push this, hello, push that out of the way.
Can I interject really quickly?
Yes, you may.
We have a $50 donation from the dev, Poorly Drawn Squid, that says, sorry about the ice physics, Bonnie, smiley face.
Oh, you know what? I'm dumb. I didn't mean to push that way. Here we go. I meant to push this right here. It is okay, Squid. You know it's all love, and it's just that getting through some of those ice rooms just with the ice physics, of course, can be very frustrating. Okay, so now we play a game of Simon Says, where I need to activate all of these things in the order that it just showed me, and that gives us our final item here, which is the axe. Which we are going to use just a couple times here. We got to use it to chop these things out of the way. And we just got to get that beam across and get our gold key. And then it's time to fight. And yes, I'm serious. We are fighting a boss named Swampy McSwampface. So all we do, we got to chomp out 3 legs here. They do grow back, but that's fine. We're going to do this here. And we got to light up this, chop, light this. No, I missed. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Oh, God. Now it's the proton beam. We don't like the proton beam. Fortunately, it doesn't shoot the proton beam when you're behind them. Okay. Let's try this again. There we go. Okay. That's good. Okay. So, and now you see everything's blue. The poison is gone. Now we can teleport back to the temple, which is where the final boss is, because we've beaten all 6 bosses. And now we can go here. Last thing we want to do here, before we fight the boss, is we want to equip bombs, and we want to do our damage upgrade. Talk to this priest here. He's going to refill all of our stuff. And now we fight Zargoth. So Zargoth has 3 different attacks. So this is how he normally starts out. He does lightning hands, does the wall of fire, does the lightning hands, does the wall of fire, and then he disappears. And now, okay. So now he summons the lightning hands. So this is our opportunity to get him standing still so we can hit him with bombs. This does a lot of damage. Ah, stop it. Oh my god. Enough. Okay, yeah, lightning hands is kind of important. There we go, he's done. The bombs are extremely effective against Zargoth. So, yeah, there we go. Boss is dead, and now all we need to do is go brag to the king about it. And then we're good. Actually, once I enter the castle, where the king's chamber is, that will be time. So that's coming up in about, like, I don't know, 15 or so seconds. So with that donation, did we meet the glitch exhibition?
Give me just one moment. We should.
Okay, get ready on time. And time.
GG.
Oh, you know what? Oh, that's okay. You actually did it. I love that.
And yes, that does meet the incentive.
Excellent. Okay, very good. So, okay, so we're going to go ahead and get through this here. Now, what it says here, you finish the main story of the game, you're free to roam around the world to complete all side quests and find all collectibles, of which there are a lot. So, if I was ever to do like 100% run of this category, it would probably be like, I don't know, my initial estimate is it would probably be probably like triple the time of any percent, if not more. So there's a lot of stuff to get. But here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go into the menu here, and I'm going to go ahead and equip the, let's just go ahead and equip like the, let's do no, I tell you what, let's do the fire wand, and the hook shot for no particular reason. Okay, there we go. All right, very good. Now let's take us to the menu. Okay, let's go ahead and start a new file. And let's go ahead and say new game. And let's turn the flashes off. And let's go ahead and go to the menu and just... Wait a minute. Why do I have a hook shot? Well, so here's the thing. When you... And in fact, here, let me load up another file here. So when you have these items equipped, if you go into, I think I did it wrong. So when you go into, so here, let's whatever it is that I had equipped before. Let's just do the fire. Let's have it be a weapon. Okay. Here we go. Now we're gonna delete this game. Yes. We're gonna go new game. Now, if you go into the menu here and you just press either the Y or the B button, I'm using an Xbox One controller. If you press the Y button, it will automatically summon the last item. You know what, hold on. Let me do the fire wand, because I think that'd be better. It will automatically put in there the last item that you had equipped on that button from your previous playthrough. So again, we're going to go here. We're going to continue here. I've got the fire wand equipped to B. All right. To menu. Okay, so now we're going to go new game. Why? Oh, that's weird. It's the bow and arrow. I guess it's whatever you have. Then let's try this. I guess it's whatever you have equipped in the first one. Yes. So we're going to continue game. Either one is fine. And let's put the fire wand here. Okay, and that's the only thing equipped. That's perfect. Okay, great. Okay, so now we're gonna go new game. Come into the menu. There we go. Now I have the fire wand. So now, instead of having to wait to get the bow and arrow and all that stuff, or I guess I could have just gotten the bow and arrow and just gone straight to the boss. You know, I could do that. But instead, you know, we've got some combat that we need to do in here. And I'll go ahead and do that. Except instead of having to do this with my sword, I can do this with the fire wand. Hold on, let me just get the key real quick. So yeah, not supposed to be able to shoot at these enemies. But I can. And as you know from Newtopia, the fire wand is very important. So just yet another example of how this game was inspired by it. What other fun stuff could I do with that? Let's see here. Let's continue again. There's other, I mean, this is just like a, let's see here. Yeah, so here, let's just do the bow and arrow. And then, next to menu, we'll delete this game. Yes. Do a new game. Here we go. Okay. There's my bow. We can come straight into here. Basically skip the entire... Oh, no, I do have to get the gold... I do still have to get the gold key, that kind of stuff. Alright, so you kind of do still have to do the full dungeon. I was like, oh, I can just go straight to the boss. Which, theoretically, I could. Oh, but I don't have any arrows. Oh, shoot. Okay, never mind. That kind of puts a damper on that. Anyway, so, yeah, fun little thing that was overlooked. But again, the dev said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and keep it in there because that's not something that would ever affect a casual player. But if you want to do fun stuff here for the speed run, then why not? So So yeah, so I suppose I could figure out a way to get an early item and do kind of like a new game plus and have that be an even faster category. But for now, yeah. So that's how that item glitch works. So I don't know. Maybe I'll work on that in the future. But yeah. So this was Adventure of Rikka. I hope you really enjoyed it. I know, right? Big shout out to Poorly Drawn Squid for not only being here, which is awesome. I know it's very, very early in his time zone right now, but also for making such a really cool game. I was actually introduced to this game. We did it as just kind of like an exhibition. My friend Ice Blue and I, who is going to be actually running for the finale of this marathon. And we just wanted to play through it for a couple hours just to kind of get our take on it. And I was like, oh, this game is really awesome. Obviously, it's right in my wheelhouse. It's a top-down adventure, Newtopia-like, and you all know that that's very much my thing. But then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll speedrun this. And then I figured out the route, and you know, this is one of the rare speedruns that I routed myself from the floor up. And so it's really cool. So I kind of have that special connection with it because I'm, you know, basically the creator of the speedrun routes. So, but yeah, I like I said, eventually I will want to do 100%, but that's going to be a very involved run because it requires not only picking up a lot of a few optional items, but it's going to require a ton of backtracking and just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So trying to figure out the way to most efficiently grab all the stuff that, oh, and speaking of the stuff that I need, I don't know if you'll, oh, you know what, is this, no, this is a new file. Let me do this. I wonder if you can see it here in the, yeah, so there are those gold coins, CSS, I have 20 out of 50 of them. You can turn those in for items and things like that. There's different materials that you can get to craft things, like there's, where's the craft? Oh, I think this is the crafting house, where, yeah, you can like upgrade your hook shot and you can upgrade your sword and your bombs and whatnot, but you need the materials in order to do it. And the materials are scattered throughout the game or things that you have to find and whatnot. So, so not only there's the gold coins, there's the materials, there's all the orbs and the orb shards. There's a side quest where you help a farmer recover all of his lost chickens. Like there was, where is there a chicken? Is there one over here? No, that guy's nasty. Go. Oh, he killed me. Nice. That guy does a lot of damage. Where's there a chicken? See, like there. Okay. So you have to figure out how to get to that chicken. And the farmer we actually went onto his screen for a very split second. It was the screen that I used here to spawn that bridge. But basically, the farmer says, oh, I got all these rocks in my way. You blow away the rocks with your bombs. And then he says, hey, I need help finding my chickens. And then you go throughout the game and you find a bunch of chickens. There's also that's right. I can't get to that area here. But you see here on my screen where it says fish. Yes, there's a fishing mini game in this. So it's a legit game. He basically, what he wants, the guy that gives you the fishing rod, he wants to catch fish to impress a girl in town. But he's a really crappy fisherman, so he can't catch anything good. So he essentially gives you the fishing rod and says, hey, you can keep this rod, but just bring me the coolest fish that you catch so that I can impress my lady friend. So yeah. So all of that would be involved in 100%. So it's quite a bit. I mean, you see there's 90 orb shards to get. 90. That's a lot. Along with 50, and I think there's like, are there 50 chickens? There's at least 25 or 30. I know that. But yeah, there's a lot of There's a lot of stuff to get. So the content to this game, if you really wanted to complete it, oh, there's only 20. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought there were more. Anyway, if you wanted to explore all the content of this game, there's quite a bit. Don't let the quick any percent category fool you. I did the bare minimum to get through this game. There's a lot more to it than this. So anyway, alrighty. Well, I tell you what, I think I've taken up enough time. Thank you again, Poorly Drawn Squid, for making a great game and being here. Thank you, RPG Valkyries, for being really, really incredible and awesome and lovely people and great friends, and allowing me to showcase this game and helping to raise money for Take This. Y'all are awesome. Thank you very much. And yeah, I'll hand it on over to RPG Chick so we can wind down this first night of the marathon.
Alrighty, well, thank you all for joining us today. And even though we're going to go offline for the night, please don't forget we will be back tomorrow morning with more great runs for the rest of the week for y'all. And that includes the amazing duo of myself and Natara coming at you with back-to-back Final Fantasy IV action. And you don't want to miss those shenanigans.
Awesome.
But I want to thank Vonnie and everybody else for their runs today. Y'all were amazing. And come on back tomorrow for more fun times. Have a good night, everybody.
Take care, everyone.